Vassal over in team 1 as a Demonology Warlock ready to go with Sham. We got ourselves Ari here trying to see if we can play yet again. We got ourselves Bleed the Feral. Gonna be first up and Gamer in the back. We got ourselves the Feral and the Rogue having a bit of a rematch. Is Griffin trying to finalize him out? Bleed knows that it's gonna be the Rogue, so I think maybe now he'll have a bit of a different mindset. He may be able to like adjust his strategy a little. Try down to bear form, trying to see if he can get the Rogue out. And that's gonna be a mad secret technique on a Barxian. Bleed just has to take the full big hit of the bat. I think he has to get the Rogue out, take the brunt of that damage, find recovery, and then get some bleeds into Grifka, and I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. Got himself full Feral Frenzy, yet a second stun. Grifka is melting to all the dots though, together with the Moonfire. This so Bleed just goes in for full defense mode. Has himself renewal in case he needs to. Kind of hanging out next to Griff like with Thorns. Hey, you could hit me. You could build calm points off of me, but you're just gonna take a lot of damage. Griff is still bleeding out profusely. Maybe in trouble. Big stun by the Feral. Does go for a trinket. May potentially be a trinket out of the Feral joint. Does he go for himself a reset? Big secret technique gets the man super low, but he does go and battle best trinket together with the renewal. Full reheal. Blind by the Rogue. Does he have dots on him though? Looks like not enough dots in order to take him down. Got himself lots of recovery sap. Now the Rogue is in full control. My God, the damage a sub-rogue can do with secret technique is actually just out of this world. Goes in for the gouge, try to see if he can cheese out that's Dance Macabre. Does he have a secret technique off of this? No, just a cheap shot. Potentially, if you can get yourself a proper stun onto Griff, you may be okay. Oh my God, just starting around with a secret technique. Second set of dance together with the Bitter Birds just doesn't give you a chance at all. Sham gonna be up next. Sap immediately by the Rogue, who's gonna go for a full-on reset. Opening it back up, watch a Sham turn, kidney shot to follow, trinket out for Sham with a wall, trying to see if he can take up this damage. Mad secret technique just ripping through the boy though, with a blind to follow. I guess Sham did end up burning a trinket, so Griffin is trying to play into the trinket play. Sap is just gonna taunt the Shaman for a moment here. Knock back on the Rogue, but doesn't go anywhere. Does have that uphill advantage. Cheap shot to follow off of that kidney shot. Does he have another secret technique? Root is going to be able to separate the two for just a second. Sham uses himself Ghost Rules. Does get him back up and running. Light the last one to the Rogue. Good potential trinket. Does give him an opportunity to at least get a breather. Grifka tried to go, I think, for a gouge, shadow step, disarm onto Sham. Sham is kind of limited on the Maelstrom generation, but the Ghost Rules are helping him supplement any Maelstrom loss. Got himself the Earth Elemental, so that Earth Elemental, as long as you can keep it next to you, is not only going to help you with that extra bolstered health that it gives you, but also it's an extra target for Secret Technique to potentially cleave into. And Secret Technique does tend to try to cleave things whenever possible. Kidney shot by Grifka does get knocked back for a second. The Ghost Rules just don't even do anything. Man, I wish you had a little bit more like baseline control of Ghost Rules, like just a little bit more aggressive control. Lasso does a lot of value though for Sham. My goodness, this man's lassos are actually getting so much value. That's the hardest working lasso I've ever seen. Sham picking up the eye yet again. 7 minutes into the duel, the Rogue does not want to go down without a fight. He's willing to play dirty as it takes in order to win this duel. Cheap shot off of the kidney shot. Sham does end up tricking it for it into a secret technique. Does have to follow Raptor onto Sham. Does have Ghosts back up, so the Rogue will not be able to get himself a proper reset. That's also Roots to follow. Does burn evasion just for the Wolves alone. And if Sham can maybe just get the back of the Rogue together with the Wind Fury buff, he may be able to truck him down. Griff got no help whatsoever. Does he just go down? Lily Blast. It's going to be cheat death to follow. Trying to see if he can make a play. Does shadow step back over to Shamtard. Oh, it does go down either way, though. That was rough, man. That was so rough, dude. Oh, my goodness. And now he has to go versus Pavy. Pav is deadly, dude. If you thought Rogue was deadly, Survival Hunter is also just as deadly. Your burst opener is incredible. Botting shot onto Sham. Sham is going to need to get himself Ghost Rules up and running immediately. Death Chakram is going to be very, very painful. You better pre-wall this. If you see Pav right next to you, you got to wall this. There's going to be a lot of... If you see Coordinated Assault, you have to wall it. It's a lot of damage. At this point, Sham, I think, is just trying to play passively a little bit. Big Alabaster to Pav. Main to wall, does get a wall as the stun comes out for Pav. Pav trying to see if he can maximize damage, kind of all over the screen right now. Throwing in grenades, trying to get the big kill shots onto Sham. Mad damage by the Shaman though. Turning around onto the Hunter. Hunter with a big heal, got himself survival of the fittest. Who's going to be the fit of these two though? Yet another kill shot ripping right through Sham with a lasso. Does go for a trinket. Does he have himself Elite Blast? Potentially. Frost Shock, mad damage. Does Sham survive this? Pav, under a ton of pressure. Ghost Wolves are chasing after him. Can't tame those wolves with the Earth Elemental. Also can't tame that thing either. Can use his main pet to taunt of the Earth Elemental though, so that is going to help him quite a bit. With Sham charge to see if he can potentially close that gap. Maybe at ready a bam with no help whatsoever. Does he just go down? Big Alien Blaster follows. Sham does end up bringing it back for his team. With Shallow gonna be up next. Shelly charging down from around the corner, not giving Sham even an opportunity to catch a breather. Sham is gonna have to go super defensive here. 50% dampening. The man is gonna have to work on healing himself and then doing as much damage as humanly possible to Shelly. He has to. He has to. Shelly, the warrior, get hit with the lasso. Dude, again, hardest working lasso ever. Look at the damage that thing has been able to do so far. That lasso does a lot of damage. Big parry out for Shelly. Sham, no help whatsoever, does go for a trick. He needs himself healing, as Shell just does not want to give him any opportunity whatsoever. Sham just trying to see if he can survive Shelly, not giving him a chance. The big leap, give himself a bit of mobility. Needs a slow totem to slow this man's approach for just a moment here. Shell just running through and just chopping down these totems. Sham trying to see if he can back up out of there. Needs himself a little bit more time. It looks like Shell is just gonna back up out of there. Sham wants to hit him with a flame shock, wants to get some damage on the guy, doesn't want to get in melee of him. He is very, very weary of the next Stormbolt, but he does want to get some trinkets out of him, cooldowns out of him. Man, Shelly with a big execution follow off of that spear. There's nothing you can do. You get caught in a spear like that, there's just nothing that you can do to counter it. Big stun by Archie. This is Shaman goes through. Second Shaman, mad damage to Shelly. Oh, turn around with a big Alien Blaster follow. What's up next? Steroid as an elemental. So we got an Ellie Shaman and enhancement. Honestly, they're both elemental. You can't even convince me. Just one goes into melee to get himself lightning bolts. The other goes in from range to get lightning bolts. Both of them at the end of the day blast each other out with like Ellie Blast and Lava Burst and everything. Like, how can you say that this guy with how much range he has, he's an enhancement? There's just no way. As Archie got himself a bit of a wall, main to activate a little, maybe going a little bit more healing heavy here, as it is going to be Steroid just blasting him out completely. Rooted Archie out in the open with those Earth Shocks, gives him an opportunity to at least set up a bit of pressure. And Steroid, I don't know if he has himself the Primordial set up properly or not. Big Earth Shock, stun to follow. That's gonna be started with a bit of a trinket. Are he gonna blast it out by Mad Lava Burst who follows and Mana says, oh my god! Are you trying to see if he can potentially just catch up to Steroid as he gets himself mad match on him? Also ascends himself with a big storm strikes. Does he have enough damage? One strikes are doing. Oh my god! That was insane! Oh, he had to fight through Ascendance with an Ascendance of his own. Talk about fighting fire with fire. Butt Pumper gonna be up next. I don't think Archie has an opportunity to counter this whatsoever. So yeah, dropping down that static totem, but you can't do nothing with it. Gonna be a Warbreaker by Gamer, trying to see if he can get a big blade onto Pumper, who got himself a bit of a Blade Storm, but a parry up for Gamer really early on. Pumper also with a parry as well. The first person to get hit with a stun, I think, could potentially go down. Gonna be Fear for Fear. Both of the wards breaking out of Zerka. Is gonna be a Gamer charging out towards Pumper, who does get hit with a Disarm. Could be in a bad spot right now. Has a Stormbolt already. Charging out at Gamer as well. Trading places with those charges. He's gonna charge back in. Maybe goes in for a Stormbolt. Does Gamer have an out? He does have a trinket for it. Butt Pumper had no help whatsoever. The Stormbolt on him as well. Trinkets out of it also. Whose damage is going to be? Oh, Gamer does it again. A Mono Strike in the end. Oh my goodness. That was a chess match between two warriors. Well, both played pretty well, I gotta say. Sham and Archie both holding it on their team, man. That's enhanced.